Most car manufacturers engineer their vehicles to run perfectly up until mile 99,999. But the moment that odometer rolls over to 100,000, a whole lot of them turn into financial time bombs. And here's the part nobody at the dealership is ever going to tell you. They knew this before you signed. I am a mechanic. I have pulled transmissions apart with my own hands and seen exactly what is hiding inside these things that the manufacturers do not want you looking at. Today, I am giving you 10 cars that are genuinely worth buying right now, and 5 cars that will drain your wallet dry, starting at exactly mile 100,001. Now here's the twist that is going to keep you watching until the end. Some of the same names show up on both lists. Before I get into it, drop one word in the comments right now. Just the brand. What are you currently driving? I am going to read every single one, and I will call out the ones you really need to worry about. Here's what I am working with today. I pulled data from Consumer Reports, RepairPal, J.D. Power's 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study, and the NHTSA Complaint Database. These are the same sources that insurance companies use, the same ones that fleet managers use when they are buying hundreds of vehicles at a time. This is not opinion. This is not YouTube speculation. These are real numbers from real repair orders across thousands of shops nationwide. And what the data shows is something dealerships will never print on a window sticker. Some cars are engineered to hold together beautifully right up until a very specific mileage, and then they start falling apart in ways that cost you more than you ever expected. So today, you are getting 2 lists. 10 cars where the math actually works in your favor past 100,000 miles, and 5 cars that look like smart buys right up until the moment they absolutely wreck you financially. The wild part is that a couple of names appear on both lists. Stick around because that is where it gets interesting. Before we get into the cars, you need to understand one concept. It is called planned obsolescence, and it is the single most important thing nobody teaches you when you are standing in a showroom. Here is how it works in plain language. Car manufacturers do not design vehicles to last forever. They design them to last just long enough. Long enough to get through the warranty period. Long enough that when something big breaks, it is your problem, not theirs. The warranty is not a confidence statement, it is a deadline, and the transmission is usually the first thing to go. Here is a number that should make you stop scrolling. According to NHTSA data from 2026, the average Nissan Altima CVT transmission fails at 87,000 miles. Not 100,000, 87,000. Nissan knew this was happening for years. They knew it well enough that they eventually extended the CVT warranty from 60,000 miles and 5 years, all the way to 120,000 miles and 10 years, but only after millions of owner complaints and the pressure of class action lawsuits in multiple states. Think about what that tells you. The fix was not a better transmission. The fix was a longer piece of paper. So here is the principle I want you to carry into every used car lot you ever walk onto. You are not buying a car. You are buying a countdown clock. The only question is whether you know how much time is left on it. Now, let us get into the lists. Number 10. Toyota Camry. Model years 2018 through 2022. RepairPal puts the average annual repair cost for a Camry at $388 a year. That is not a typo. $388. The 2.5-liter 4-cylinder in these years routinely crosses 250,000 miles when you keep up with oil changes. J.D. Power consistently ranks it at the top of the mid-size sedan category for dependability. No CVT on the base and most popular trims. A conventional automatic transmission that mechanics actually know how to work on. If you want one car on this list that is the definition of a boring, smart, financially responsible decision, this is it. Number 9. Honda Civic, model years 2016 through 2021. Consumer Reports has had the Civic on its recommended list for years running. Honda's CVT is widely considered the best-tuned unit in the compact segment, with significantly fewer failure reports than Nissan or Subaru equivalents. Kelley Blue Book consistently ranks it among the highest resale value vehicles in its class. Low ownership cost, strong parts availability, and a dealer network that covers every single state. This is the car mechanics buy for their own kids. Number 8. Mazda CX-5, model years 2017 through 2023. RepairPal gives the CX-5 a 4.5 out of 5 reliability score. Here is what most people miss about this one. It does not use a CVT at all. Mazda put a traditional 6-speed automatic in it, which means you are not playing the belt and pulley roulette that kills so many competitors. Ownership costs run roughly 30% lower than a comparable Toyota Highlander, according to RepairPal data. It is a legitimate sleeper pick. Underrated, under-discussed, and genuinely solid past 100,000 miles. Number 7. Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. I need to take a second here because people get confused about CVT transmissions when it comes to hybrids. The electronic CVT in the RAV4 Hybrid is a completely different animal from the belt-driven CVT in something like a Nissan. There is no belt. There is no pulley system grinding against itself. It is a planetary gear set paired with 2 electric motors. Toyota taxi fleets in Japan have run these past 300,000 miles. Consumer Reports has called it one of the most reliable vehicles of the last decade. If you are worried about the word CVT, do not let it scare you away from this one. It is not the same thing. Number 6. Honda Accord, model years 2018 through 2023. J.D. Power puts the Accord in the top 3 of its class for dependability year after year. Annual repair costs average around $400 according to RepairPal, which is below the national average for all vehicles. Resale value holds stronger than almost anything else in the midsize sedan segment. This is the car that keeps showing up on every legitimate reliability list because it keeps earning it. Number 5. Subaru Forester, model years 2019 through 2022. Subaru uses a chain-driven CVT called the Lineartronic, and it is meaningfully more durable than the belt-driven systems you find in Nissan and some Honda models. Consumer Reports currently ranks Subaru just behind Toyota and Lexus in predicted reliability across their lineup. Annual repair costs sit right around the national average at $652, which for an all-wheel drive vehicle that handles winter driving is genuinely competitive. The key is fluid maintenance, which I will come back to in the action guide. Do not skip it on a Subaru. Number 4. Kia Telluride, model years 2020 through 2023. J.D. Power's 2025 Vehicle Dependability Study put the Telluride at the top of the midsize SUV category. That is not a fluke. Kia backs the Telluride's drivetrain with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, which tells you something about how confident they are in the mechanicals. And critically, it does not use a CVT. It runs an ACEN 8-speed automatic transmission, the same type of unit that Toyota and Lexus use. Strong build, strong warranty, and a legitimate long-term track record now that enough of them have crossed the 100,000-mile mark in real-world ownership. Number 3. Toyota Tacoma. Kelley Blue Book data shows the Tacoma retains 65 to 70% of its original value after 5 years. No other mainstream pickup comes close to that number. Mechanics who have owned them report regularly crossing 300,000 miles without major drivetrain work when maintenance is kept current. Resale speed is equally impressive. A well-maintained Tacoma in any condition sells faster than almost any other used vehicle on the market. The demand never softens. If you have to sell it, you will sell it. Number 2. Lexus RX, model years 2016 through 2020. Consumer Reports put the RX on its recommended list for 6 consecutive years during this window. The common knock on luxury vehicles is expensive repairs, and that is a fair concern in general, but the RX is the exception worth knowing about. It shares core mechanicals with the Toyota Highlander, meaning parts are accessible and labor is straightforward by luxury standards. RepairPal gives it an above-average reliability rating. This is the rare case where the premium badge does not mean a premium repair bill. Number 1. Toyota Corolla, model years 2017 through present. RepairPal shows an average annual maintenance cost of $362. That is the lowest figure in its entire segment. Most trim levels do not use a CVT, running a conventional automatic instead. The Corolla is the best-selling nameplate in automotive history, and it earned that position the hard way, by not breaking. Simple engineering, excellent parts availability, and a proven long-term track record that no amount of marketing can manufacture. If you want the single most financially sound used car on this entire list, this is your answer. Now, here is where I earn your trust, or lose it. Some of these names are popular. Some of them are cars people love. I am not here to trash brands. I am here to show you what comes through my shop door. And what I am about to tell you is backed by Consumer Reports, RepairPal, JD Power, and NHTSA. Not my opinion, the data. Time bomb number 5. Nissan Altima. Model years 2013 through 2018. The CVT in these years is the single most complained about transmission in NHTSA's database for mid-size sedans. Average failure mileage, 87,000 miles. According to NHTSA 2026 data, replacement cost at a dealership, $4,800 to $5,500. Source, CoverageX 2026 analysis. Consumer Reports gives the Altima a 3.1 out of 5 reliability score, below average. Time bomb number 4. Jeep Cherokee and Grand Cherokee, model years 2014 through 2021. Jeep put a ZF 9-speed automatic transmission in these vehicles, and it became one of the most problematic transmissions of the last decade. Software issues, mechanical shudder, harsh shifts, delayed engagement. Consumer Reports scored some of these model years as low as 27 out of 100. RepairPal puts 10-year ownership costs for Jeep at $7,195. That is 40% above the national average. The Wrangler gets the glory. The Cherokee gets the repair bills. When it is under warranty, it is manageable. When the warranty expires, it becomes your full-time financial problem. Time bomb number 3. Ford Explorer. Model year 2020. 33 NHTSA recalls on a single model year. Not 3, not 13, 33. Seatbelt failures, fuel system fires, transmission faults, wiring fires. Consumer Reports rating. Avoid. The Explorer is one of the most recognizable SUVs in America. Police departments buy them. Families trust them. But the 2020 model year is one of the most recalled vehicles in its class in recent memory. Check the VIN on NHTSA.gov before you look at anything else. 33 is not a number you negotiate around. Rule number 1. CVT or not CVT? Ask before you look at the price. Walk up to any car on any lot and say 4 words. What transmission does this have? If the answer is CVT, your next question is, what is the fluid change history? No history, no deal. It is that simple. Rule number 2. Run RepairPal before you run your mouth at the negotiating table. Go to repairpal.com. Type in the make, model, and year. Look at the annual repair cost estimate. If it is above $700 for a non-luxury vehicle, start asking harder questions. If it is above $1,000, factor that into your offer price or walk. Rule number 3. The 100,000-mile cliff zone is between 90,000 and 105,000 miles. Any used car in that mileage range is in the highest risk window on this list. You do not know what is about to go. The previous owner might not either. Demand an independent pre-purchase inspection from a mechanic who has no financial relationship with the seller. Expect to pay $150 to $200 for it. It is the best money you will spend. Rule number 4. Read the NHTSA complaint database before anything else. Go to NHTSA.gov. It is free. It is public. It is updated regularly. Type in the vehicle you are considering. Read the complaints, not the star rating. The actual text of what owners wrote in after something broke. That is where the real story is. That is what no dealer will ever show you. Rule number 5. The mechanic's secret question. When you go to look at a used car, ask this. Can I see the CVT fluid service history and the last oil change record? If they hesitate, if they go quiet, if they say they need to check on that, you already have your answer. A well-maintained car has paperwork. If there is no paperwork, there was no maintenance. The absence of documentation is documentation. The sticker price is what the dealership controls. The ownership cost is what reality controls. Those are 2 completely different numbers, and only one of them actually matters over 5 years. A car with a $3,000 discount and a $5,000 transmission waiting to die at 90,000 miles is not a deal. It is a math problem. You are going to lose. The cars on the buy list are not flashy. Some of them are not exciting to talk about at a barbecue, but they will still be running cleanly at 150,000 miles, fully running, while the time bombs on the other list are sitting in a shop waiting on a parts estimate. The data does not care about brand loyalty. The data does not care about what looks good in the driveway. It only tells you what holds together and what falls apart. Use it now. Before you walk into any dealership, Do 3 things. Go to RepairPal.com and look up the annual cost on whatever you are considering. Go to NHTSA.gov and read the complaint history for that specific model year. And ask yourself honestly, do I know what transmission is in this car and when the fluid was last changed? If you cannot answer that third question, you are not ready to buy yet. I update this list as new reliability data comes in, because the numbers shift as more real-world mileage gets reported. If you want to see what changes next time, subscribe and turn on notifications. And drop your current car in the comments, just the brand. I will tell you exactly where it stands.